There have been complications with my other self. The other day, after I had become Jekyll once again and I dragged myself back to my home, I noticed bruises on my arms and blood on my hands. I looked in the papers and it seems that there was a brawl downtown that became a mob. Several men were knocked unconscious and the assailant fled. He is described as small, bent but terrifyingly strong, with a face so dreadful. There has been significant backlash in association with this incident. The law enforcement should have arrived faster. The government should clear the street of these vermin. The fact that the man has totally escaped all detection and appears to have vanished like a wisp of smoke. The public is screaming for blood because blood has been spilt. Is that all they do? Cry for vengeance. Cry for justice. Because it is not a just world. Aren't we told that from the get-go? Anyway, no one actually died. They were only injured, and even then not severely. No one is at the point of death, and still they cry out. It is a very curious feeling, knowing that everyone wants to see you in cuffs, but it isn't even you. That you have the power to keep this secret hidden, that you can commit any crime and no one would ever know. Curious indeed. But all of that filth is honestly of no great concern in light of what occurred this morning. I went to bed, attempting to make peace with myself in my heart. After all, it was Hyde that did the deed, not myself. I tossed and turned, trying to sleep but continuously justifying myself. I was in the right. Hyde was in the wrong. Why do I feel guilty for what another has done? I closed my eyes and... Have you ever blinked? By blinked, I mean a form of sleep that usually occurs in children. It's when you close your eyes and open them again, but hours have passed and you must have fallen asleep, but you are not rested. And a large portion of your life, many hours, are just missing. Gone forever with nothing to show for them. That happened to me last night, and I thought it odd because it has not happened to me since I was a very small child. I rubbed my face with my hand to wipe away the exhaustion from my eyes, and it was not my hand. It was the hand of Edward Hyde. I jumped from my bed and ran to the mirror, staring at myself through it, only to see horror staring back at me. I had indeed changed involuntarily, and in my panic I ran here to mix my recipe. I'd never used it before to reverse the effects, and I prayed that it would work. It did. However, I am not at ease. Edward Hyde, who was my escape, is starting to become my natural state, and it is now my intention to maintain who I am. I used to think that the two personalities were those of good and evil. Hyde is most certainly evil, but I am certainly not good. Hyde is an extension of who I am, and if he is so, I cannot be good. If I could perhaps be rid of him, then maybe at least I could be perceived as good, but not until then. Hyde's immorality is starting to press on me. The realization of the sins he is made from bears on me because they are my sins. He is my sins, embodied into a horrific persona that I felt free to wear. I thought he gave me license to do as I will, but as I give more and more into his desires, he is taking control. He is getting stronger. He is winning. And yet, I cannot be rid of him. Even if I tried, I would suffer so terribly without the ability to free myself from this cage. Indeed, if I were to be rid of one, it would be far easier to be rid of me. Hyde can roam the streets without me. He would feel no loss at my absence, and yet I would feel his absence more keenly than I have ever felt anything. Is the better part of me prepared to die for such a man? Never. I may be the chief of sinners, but I am also the chief of sufferers. Chief of sufferers, Jekyll. You enjoy this.